So what are you working on, Sybil?
I'm working on a sample of the portfolio project, and you can come and look at it if you want. We asked all the students to bring a family recipe, and the family recipe is going to be an individual project that they can work on throughout the course of the whole session. And the idea is that they bring something personal to it, but it connects everything that they're learning here during the Terra summer session. So I'm working on my sample so I can illustrate to them how they can possibly do it. And my sample is apple pancakes and potato soup. So I'm connecting the history of it, so we know where the food comes from historically and culturally and the traditions from that country. For example, this comes from Germany. And then we look at the I looked at the ingredients that were in the pancake recipe and the soup recipe. And then I follow through and find out some interesting facts that were interesting to me about the apple or other ingredients that are in the recipe that we're making. Then we look at the health effects and the cost, the real cost, but also hidden costs. So the children, I want the children to think a little bit about what the hidden costs are of the food that they eat. So I looked at the life of a dairy cow because there's a cup of milk in here. And that's actually the most expensive thing of my recipe, which is the life of a dairy cow. And then I pulled some statistics about the life of a dairy cow and the life expectancy, etc. And then the overall impact, the environmental impact. Does it produce trash? How much packaging is in it? And is this a really sustainable food? So this project sort of ties everything together and we get the kids to sort of think about what's interesting to them about the food that they're eating.
So what do you hope that they'll be able to take away from this project?
Well, they'll look at it and say, wow, this gives me a real picture of what I'm really eating in this recipe that I've chosen, and it tells me about everything about this, and so now I really know what I'm eating.
And are all these different sections, the cost and the ingredients and the history, are those all things that you're looking in detail at during the course?
Of Terra session?
Absolutely.
We look at all of those things. And the idea is really for them to connect what's on the plate to the reality, the greater reality of the world.
Great.